I'm just checking if. Okay. Looks good to me so far.
Okay.
Let's see. So I think I'm just seeing if this is fine. Technology is it's always
Yeah.
takes you for a toss sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
Let's see. Right. So let's see now. So I've turned it to live,
Okay.
and most likely this thing is. So we tried to premiere it,
Yeah.
and looks like the premiere thing did not go well. So I'm now trying to make it live on YouTube, like a normal live. So otherwise, how have you been doing, Dinoj?
All,
How's everything?
all great. All great. All
So
going good.
which city are you in these days?
Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Yeah.
And how's the weather there in Bangalore?
Yeah. It's hot now.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially in the afternoon, it's very difficult to go out. So it's hot, and even now the corona cases are getting increased. So it's a normal.
Super, super. So I think now it is streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
And if it is time for us to start our discussion then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. Okay. Just the last bit of. Perfect. Perfect. So the audiences has joined us, Dinoj,
Yeah.
and I wish to welcome you to this live discussion
Sure. Thank
that we are
you.
having here today. How are you, Dinoj? Let's get
Yeah.
started.
Doing great. Doing great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so just to tell every single viewer who is watching us right now, Dinoj is a #1 best-selling author of a book on stock market, right? Dinoj, do you want to talk a little bit about you, your journey, your background, and everything about it?
Yeah. Of course, I can. So basically, I have been working with the stock market since 2002. And so I have seen many ups and downs of the market, basically. A lot of bloodbaths in the market, a lot of people's entire wealth is going out. So it was always a curiosity for me, like, why do so many people lose money in the market? Even though I was an employee of a stockbroking company, so I used to see many people who used to lose their money, their entire wealth. So I was always behind that journey. Why do some people, I mean, majority of the people, they lose money in the market? And initially during my journey, I was actually utter failure where I was not able to find out the real reason. And I was also in a belief that, okay, only if I learn advanced technical analysis or fundamental analysis, I'll be able to make money. And I did that, still I failed it. Okay. But all over a period of time, one time I had a chance to attend one of my mentors program.
Okay.
Where, so I had a health issue that time. So during this, it was a program related to mind power. So I was not into a personal development, those channel actually at all. So one of those that day, I understood that there is a power within me. By using those power, actually, I can try to heal myself. So I try to apply the mind power, the subconscious mind power on me, and I try to cure myself. I got a result in that. Then I got interested in mind power, all those subjects. Then I went and I did advanced studies. I got certified for advanced mind power as an advanced mind power trainer. Then I got IOA certification as a life coach, and I got American Union NLP organization certification as an NLP practitioner. So still, after getting all these certification and after became the training in the personal development, still the main question which remains actually unanswered, or I was still in the curiosity that why I was not able to make money in the market, or why majority of the people are losing money in the market. So what happened is, like, one time I had a chance to get a connection through one of my friend who is in USA through LinkedIn actually. So he's a member of Syndicate Trader.
Okay.
So when I spoke to them, I could connect to a lot of people who is a successful trader in the market.
Okay.
Then I started analyzing what actually they do. So they are not an extraordinary people. They are not from like Harvard or Oxford or IIM, whatever kind of institute and all. They are all like common people like us, but they have certain different things what they do.
Right.
So that is why they are consistently able to make money. So I went behind that. Then I understood it's all depends on your mind.
Right.
So I actually started doing a lot of research on this. Maybe probably I am maybe the first one in India who came with a concept called how to use mind power to become successful in trading.
That is
That is my
interesting.
specialization.
That is interesting. That is really interesting. And we will explore this more as we go along in this discussion. But there was a quick question for you. See, I am from finance background, and I'm a CA. So, and I have this channel wherein a lot of CA students are connected with me, and a lot of people who are also interested in knowing about stock market. But the very first question that come in their mind is, can we make money from stock market? Yes or no?
Yes, yes. 100%.
So the answer is yes. Okay.
Yes.
So when we say can we make money from stock market, the clear answer is yes. Now then comes two different scenarios. One, then if the answer is yes, if we can make money, then why do we see a lot of people losing money in stock market?
Wonderful.
Right?
Yes.
So but then we will discuss this. It's one thing that occupies the mind of majority of people who want to make money. But then this thing as to why a lot of people lose money. If in case it's a platform, it's a way where we can make money. So I don't want you to talk about it in detail right now, but just tell me a little bit about then why people lose money if it's
first I'll tell you, the first very important thing is that your mindset and your belief system, right? If you are someone who programmed during your childhood, we call it as a paradigm. So if your paradigm is something which is opposed to the stock market trading, for example, let us say during my childhood, I heard I'm basically from a middle class family, and my family, my mom, my dad used to say that stock market is a place where people lose money.
Right.
And I heard Harshit Mehta scam. I heard Kedam Parekh scam. I used to read a lot of scams. So at the subconscious level, it was programmed in such a way that it is some gambling place where you cannot make money. Right? That is why during my initial stage, I was not able to make money.
Right.
Then I understood it is not the right way. This is not the things where I need to program my subconscious level. Then I started seeing the result in my life.
Right.
Right. So number one is the basic of our belief system and the mindset. And second thing, I'll tell you, right education. The problem what happened, majority of the people, they jump into the market just seeing their either their friend or their colleague or their neighbor doing some trading, and they believe that they are making money, so they also jump into the market.
True.
See, to become a CA, how many years of hard work you have done?
Wow.
I know,
multiple years.
Multiple years, right? To become a doctor, how many years of studies have we have
multiple years?
I have done my MCA. So to get my post graduation, how many years of studies I have done? Right?
True.
We did a lot of studies, but to
True.
come into stock market, we don't do anything. We just, whenever we Google money control or something, we get some time pop up, or we may see our the colleague which is sitting next to us there, he may be trading. We see that, we feel that he is making money. We also jump into that without having a proper education.
Right.
Number one is the right education.
So the number one thing that you are mentioning right now is right education.
Yes.
So everybody watching this program right now, this is the number one key takeaway for every single one of you. See, it's not that you wake up someday and you watch a series about Harshad Mehta and you say, wow, we can make money, and tomorrow morning you're excited and you get into stock market believing that you will become a billionaire or a millionaire, another Warren Buffett. That's not the case. Yes. It's a process. So you have to invest time, you have to invest energy in what? In your education. Am I right, Dinoj?
Yes, exactly.
Right. So that is very important, friends. If you want to make money from stock market, as Dinoj said, education. What else, Dinoj?
Yeah. So in education itself, when I say education, and I know that most of the stock market related education is just limited to a technical analysis or a fundamental analysis.
Right.
It's not the whole game. So
right.
One part of the game, but it is not the whole game.
Right.
So whole game is totally different. So they should have the right education, maybe how to manage your money, how to manage their mind, then how to analyze the market. That is how the study should be done. So they actually doing the studies from the right mentors.
Okay. So now another question that I have in my mind, Dinoj, is how soon can one start making money from stock market? Let's say, for example, if somebody is interested, let's say, मैं आपको बोलता हूँ कि Dinoj, I'm interested in making money, but I'm too young. So I just want to know how soon in their career, at what age people can actually start thinking about stock market and start taking it seriously.
Yeah, legally, actually, if you want to sign a Demat account and trading account form, you should complete your 18 years, right? And before it's something, actually you can start learning all those things. And so basically, as the people, if you are thinking that within a 1 month I will be able to become a billionaire from the stock market, no, it's not the case. Right? So it takes a time. So maybe some people it may take a 6 months time, some people it may take 1 year time. So it's again depends how well you are getting programmed in your mind, and how well you are able to understand the money management rules, how well you are able to analyze the market. So it's all depends on that.
But primarily you are suggesting that if somebody is 18 years and above, they can consider themselves eligible, eligible because they can sign documents, Demat accounts and all, and they can get started with stock market. That's pretty good. Now, next question that stops majority of people from jumping into stock market and making money is, कि भैया इसमें तो we need a lot of money, we need a big investment. Unless and until I have lakhs and lakhs of rupees to invest, I cannot jump into stock market. What's your take on this question?
No, it's not like that. It's totally not like that. So even if someone who wanted to start with a 25,000 rupees, they can actually start.
Right.
So there's no limitation in the stock market. So you can start even your broker will give you a Demat account without any margin, but a decent amount to start with, maybe a 25,000 rupees or a 10,000 rupees to the base, right? And slowly someone can actually start learning. And initially what I suggest, whenever students comes to me, I say that you should not invest initially entire amount. So let us see, if you have a capital of 10 lakh to invest in the stock market, first let us put some 50,000 rupees and see the learning part, how it's working, how the things are working. So whatever we are teaching, are you able to apply with that small amount? If that's happening, if that's getting result, then then you multiply with your other capitals.
True.
That's how it should work.
So ideally, what you're suggesting is that somebody who is interested in stock market, and by the way, Dinoj, do you actually advocate? Do you actually suggest that people should be interested in stock market?
Yes. 100%.
That's a big statement.
I definitely suggest. See, even I am not supposed to say that I am against the regulatory rules which says investing or trading in stock market is subject to market risk. It is actually subject to how much you are getting educated. That's what I say.
That's very nicely, you
Yeah.
put it really nicely. It's not subject to, not just subject to market risk.
Yeah.
It is subject to the risk of your knowledge as well.
Your knowledge, exactly.
Yeah. So unless and until I have the knowledge,
Yeah.
it's subject to your knowledge. So guys,
Yes,
everybody
yes.
who's listening to us right now, it is not just about market risk.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it depends on market risk as well.
But more than that, it's on your risk.
But majority of it is going to be on you and your risk, your knowledge.
Yeah.
Great. So we just discussed so far, Dinoj, that you recommend people should get into stock market.
Yes.
We also discussed about the age. You said 18 years and above are the people who generally should get into stock market.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that why people lose is primarily because of their lack of knowledge.
Yes.
It's their lack of knowledge, right?
Yes.
And not because of the market. It's primarily their lack of knowledge is something that stops them. Now, my next question to you is, when we talk about stock market, a lot of people recommend, instead of going into stocks, individual stocks, why don't you take the mutual fund route, right? So you get into mutual funds rather than getting into stocks.
Yes.
Please tell us something about this.
Yeah. So I am totally I am buying the story, because I am agreeing that if someone who doesn't want to participate market indirectly, they can definitely go to with the mutual funds, because there are experts who will manage their portfolio. So when it comes to when it comes to stock market, there are two ways you can deploy the money. One is called investment, another one is called trading.
Right.
So my expertness is in trading. I'm not an expert in suggesting an investment. Okay. So for example, say somebody want to invest, for them, they have two options. One is a direct investment or through passive investment, active and passive. So active, they should directly involve in picking the right stocks and deploy their 100% of the amount and invest in the market, look for a long term. But if someone who wants to do passive, they can actually go to mutual fund or portfolio management services where the capital is above 50 lakh. They can actually look for some portfolio management services. So that will be the best way to do it, right?
Okay.
But I normally focus on, again, as I told, I actually focused mainly on the trading part.
Okay.
Where people deploy only margin amount, and with that margin amount, they do either the intraday trading or the positional trading. That is how I would do it.
Right. So what we are saying here is that if somebody is interested in investment, keeping a long-term horizon in mind, they may probably go for mutual fund option.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But when we talk about trading, then we talk about individual stocks.
Yes.
Right. So what I'm trying to do right now, Dinoj, is build it up in a step-by-step manner so that somebody who has zero knowledge and he wants to get into stock market may be able to take something out of this discussion.
True.
Right. So that is what mutual fund is. If you're looking for long-term investment and you don't want to get into it on a daily or on a weekly basis, then that's stock market for you. But if you talk about is trading, now what is trading then, Dinoj?
Yeah, it's another good question. So trading, basically, I say it's basically I don't deploy my 100% of my money. So I try to take the benefit of short-term price movement. So I don't have to actually worry about the fundamentals and other things. So I will be worried more on the price pattern.
Okay.
So here, basically, when it comes to, I will not deploy my 100% of the money. I will deploy only a margin amount. So most of the traders, they use a segment called derivatives. Okay. It's a derived products of the underlying value asset. So people normally use derivatives. That can be an equity derivative, index derivative, commodity, currency. So there are different derivatives available. So people trade in derivative markets. So where, as I told, we don't actually, the benefit is we don't have to actually deploy the amount. And another one biggest benefit in trading, see, in all the business, any business, if I want to do a textile business, what I do, I procure some garment from let us say from South India. Normally we go to Surat or we go to Coimbatore and get the garment procured and sell it in my shop, right? So we buy it 100 rupees, we sell it at 130 rupees. So 30 rupees margin we collected. But in our trading, what happened is, here is the only one way. If I have a view that the price may come down, in trading, first I can sell it, later I can buy back it, and I can make the difference as my profit.
Right.
So in any other business in the world, you won't be able to do this pattern. Where all the business, they buy something at a lower price and they sell it at a higher price. But this is the only one business where you can, even if your view is negative, where if you're expecting the price may come down, you can first sell, then you can buy back it, and that can be your profit.
That is interesting, and that is only possible in stock markets. Right?
In the stock market only, right?
Right. Now, how has been your outlook towards stock market since this pandemic has happened?
Yeah, of course. See, any time overall on the overall this one, any time whenever stock market crashes, I will be greedy in that time because that will be the best time to pick your best stocks, fundamentally good, strong stocks, right? So I strongly recommend people whenever they see big crashes, big issues like pandemic and all, like that was the best time to invest. Even I told many of my friends, relatives, my students, see somebody wish to start investing something, this is the right time to invest. For traders, we don't have any problem, like whether market is crashing, whether market is going up, we don't mind it because
True.
all the time we have an opportunity to make money. Only thing,
True.
our the money management system and the direction should be the right in the market.
True.
But as an investor, it was the right opportunity, one of the best opportunity. Even during 2008 Lehman Brothers crash, I was like in a strong feeling that we have, I mean, suggested many, that time I was working and we have suggested many customers, this may be one of the best time to invest because you don't get this time again. But most of the people, what happened, they follow the news, they follow the channels, and they believe that, okay, the economy is going to crash.
True.
Even 1 year back, if you do the same, during the March, during the lockdown time, if you would have asked somebody, entire world was in negative zone. Like
Right.
everybody would have told, okay, the world is going to collapse now, everything going to be in a big issues.
True.
But everything recovered.
Right.
Everything recovered. There is no issue at all.
Right. So what we are saying is that I mean, it has always, it will always be a best time if you see that the market is crashing, because then it's your opportunity, and then the dust settles down, if I may call it that way. The dust settles down during such time, and you can pick your stocks. Now, Dinoj, my next question to you is this a full-time thing, or is this something that can be done along with whatever, if you're into business, if you're into job, if you're doing something else, can you still continue to work on stock market and continue to make money?
Okay, it's depends on your financial goals and your passion. See, I know I have a group of certain professional traders who they are purely a professional traders. They don't do any other job. They generate income for their day-to-day life from the trading.
Okay.
That's actually a minority community. Okay, but there are a majority of the people, they work or they do business, and they take it as a part-time option. Yeah, both are okay, but it's all, again, as I told, with the right education, they must do it.
I see. And what about IPOs, Dinoj? Like, are IPOs something that you should always be on lookout for, and you pick them up and you make money? What's your take on IPOs?
Correct. So most of the IPOs, if you see last couple of years, it has given wonderful return. Even today, if you see Burger King IPOs, BBQ, Barbecue Nations IPOs open. So like IPOs are always one of the best way to invest in the market, especially for the beginners.
True.
Okay. Yeah. So when IPO comes, most of the time they get at the very reasonable price, and that may be one good way where we can start investing, learning how to invest in the market and pick up, see how the return you're getting, how much return you're getting. So that may be one of the best way to start in the market.
I see. Super. And then what do you recommend? I mean, do you recommend the big company stocks, or do you recommend those small little stocks that people can buy at a lesser price? What's your recommendation,
No, it's again depends on your return on investment.
Okay.
For example, if I am investing in 100 rupees stocks, and if I am getting only 105 or 110 rupees in a year, I make only 10% of the return.
Okay.
But at the same time, if I pick 1,000 rupees stocks, and for example, the 1,000 rupees stocks goes to let us say 1,500, I make almost 50% return. Right. So it's all on that investment amount and the percent of the return what you get. It's not on the price of the shares. That doesn't matter. But of course, for investment, you should look into the fundamentals of the company. You should not blindly close your eyes and go to a bigger company also. Same way, the penny stocks also.
Okay.
So you should have right studies.
Right. So earlier we little bit touched upon why people lose money if in case it's a place where people make money.
Yeah.
Now I want to know from you.
Yeah.
What is it that people do right, and what are these set of people who do things right and they come out to be winners all the time and they're making money?
Yeah. See, basically the first thing they all have, what I have seen is they all have the right mindset. When I say mindset, mindset is something like I can say that when you look through a lens, what you see, right? So it's all depends. So how you look your life. So there are two kind of mindset. Basically, we say abundant mindset and scarcity mindset.
True.
And if you are someone who with a scarcity mindset, whatever you do in the stock market, either it will end up in the loss only.
True.
But if you are with an abundant mindset, of course, you will be at the right, you will be able to trade in the right way.
Okay.
Right. And the second one, what I have seen, they all have the right belief system where they believe that they can make money in the market.
Right.
And the third thing, what the most important thing, what I see, when I used to work in the stock market, no, I used to ask people like, what is your trading goal? Okay. They used to surprisingly look at me and ask, what's trading rules? What is that? Trading goals? What is that? Right? So people never have any trading goals.
Right.
But a professional trader, if you go to a professional trader or successful trader, you can always see that they have a trading goals. So if you don't have a goal, basically I say that your life will be something like a football, where somebody else will keep on kick you to achieve their goal. Same way, if you don't have a trading goal, what happens? The market will start kicking you to achieve somebody else's goal.
Absolutely.
We should have the right goal so that even our mind, our focus, everything will go towards that. And the focus, normally what happens, focus is nothing but follow one goal until you success. No?
So if you could give us a little bit, some example of what would you like to call as a right goal when we talk about stock market?
Yeah. How the basic thing, how much income I am expecting out of this capital.
Okay.
Number one. For example, if I have 10 lakh rupees, and if I am expecting a 50,000 rupees return in a month, that should be well defined and written.
Okay.
Okay. And I normally in my training, I suggest that there should be a purpose for this 50,000. Okay. We actually, in my training, normally I teach people that how that the profit what you're getting, how should you manage that money? That also should, because I normally believe that we should contribute to charity some part of our profit what we get, because it's not only we enjoy the money, we should be able to serve the society.
Absolutely.
Right? So there are a lot of those kind of rules which I follow, which I teach my students also. So then the first, that when you come to the goal, you should know how much return you want to make through the trading.
True.
Right. Then you should have a clear money management rule. Right. So for example, what happened most of the time, the retail traders or the losing traders, what they do is they come with some capital, and they see one common thing I have seen, what most of the traders, when their first or second trade, they make profit in the market, and that profit and loss will make them to stay till they wipe up their capital. Okay, that's a common thing, because I have done a study behind that. That also again connected to your belief system, your mindset, and all that. Anyway, we'll discuss later. So what we'll come back to the subject. So what
that sounds more like gambling, isn't it? I mean, you just carry on and on
correct,
and on.
Correct. True. That's what it happens.
True.
Right. Then money management. So when people come into the market, so they, let us say they buy something at 100 rupees, and when it goes to 105, they book a profit and say that I am happy, I got my 5% profit, very good. And next time, whenever they get another opportunity, they buy at 100 rupees, expecting that it will go to 105, and they wait for the 105. But unfortunately, if it comes to 90 rupees, they hold the stocks or the particular trading instrument. And they never understand that if it can go to 105, even it can come to 90 or 80.
True.
Okay. Then when it comes to 80, what normally the trading position, normally what they try to do, they try to average it.
True.
So that may be one of the biggest mistake a trader can do. But investor can of course do the average, because they look for a long term. But the trader, since they play with a margin, they never should average in the trading position, especially a loss making position. So when 100 rupees comes to 80, they will be more confident enough that, okay, I will buy some more stocks or some more instrument to average the price, so that instead of 105, if it comes to 95, I'll be able to exit and book my profit.
True.
But he doesn't understand the trend actually got changed.
True.
Right. So when it comes to 60, then he will start shaking. He will start shivering. He will go to his stockbroker, his advisor, his trading friends, and he will start asking, what should I do now? So everybody would have told again that why don't you average again? You bought at 100, 80, now 60, no, buy it again.
True.
But when it comes to 50, then he'll lose all his patience. He'll sell it off, blame the market, blame the advisor, blame everything, and go out.
True.
This is what the normal retail trader cycle.
True.
But here, if he would have just made some discipline that, okay, when it comes to, let us say, from 100 to 95, cut my loss, the minimum loss, and I enter into some other trendy stocks, then I will try to, catch some 110 or 120 so that I will able to compensate this loss.
Absolutely.
So there it comes actually the money management rules. How much risk reward ratio we should manage, how much capital we can actually deploy in each trading. So a lot of money management rules they need to supposed to do in the market.
True. So Dinesh, what do you recommend generally? I mean, on a higher level, at a macro level, what do you recommend the percentage up and down to be,
Yeah.
so that a person can decide, here I'm going to just quit, and here I'm going to sell it, or whatever it is. So what percentage do you generally recommend at a macro level?
See, it is again. Before what I say, no, we should have a clear understanding. 100% nobody can be perfect in the market.
Absolutely.
Okay, no one. Even I used to get at least minimum 2 or 3 calls every day from some or other advisory companies stating that, sir, हम लोग आपको 100% success ratio call दे दूँगा, or we will give you option calls. That's the biggest funny thing. आप अभी 50,000 दे तो आप invest करो. Evening you will get a 10 lakh rupees.
इसके बारे में भी हम बात करेंगे, by the way, later.
Yeah. So these kind of things I used to keep on get. But being a professional trader and being in the market for last 19 years, I know that it is not possible. Nobody can be 100% perfect in the market. So the average industry strike rate, what I have seen, if you take the top brokers of India, and if you try to analyze their research calls, the trading research calls, the average strike rate is around 60-65%. It's not more than that. Right? So a single individual trader, even if he is able to actually capture a 50-50 ratio, 50% of my prediction goes right, 50% of my prediction remains success, I will be able to make money. Right?
True.
So that's the only thing I wanted. Even in the worst case, I'm telling 60% of the time, even if your prediction goes wrong, still you will be able to make money in the market. So that is how where the money management rules and other thing comes.
That is one side. Another thing that I was interested in knowing is, what is the price fluctuation of a stock that one should keep in mind generally? Let's say, for example, I'm buying the stock for rupees 100. At what point should I decide to sell it? Would it be 90? Would it be 80? Would it be 70?
Yeah. It's not depends on the price of the stocks.
Okay.
It's clearly it is all written in all the money management rules that it's all depends again on your capital. Okay. So let us say I am doing an analysis. Okay. And as you told, 100 rupees is the price. And according to my analysis, it says that, okay, it can go up to 105.
Right.
Okay. But if at all my prediction goes wrong, I have to cut my stop loss at, let us say, 95.
Correct.
So here my risk to reward ratio is 1:1. 5 rupee risk, 5 rupee reward. And my first rule is that then I should not enter into the trade. Number one. So minimum I should get a 1:2 risk reward ratio. So every 1 rupee risk I am taking, I should get minimum 2 rupee. Number one. And then the risk involved in a particular trade should not cross more than 2% of my capital.
Okay.
For example, if my capital is 1 lakh rupees, the risk involved in that particular trade should not cross more than 2,000 rupees.
Right.
So my stop loss limit, again, I will see, let us say if I am getting a 95 rupees stop loss and 110 target, then it works for me 1:2. Then this 5 rupee risk should be limited within the 2,000 rupees limit. So my number of quantity which I am taking should be limiting within the 2,000 rupees limit.
I see.
Then only that trading fit into my trading portfolio. Then I will again, I have some more other 15 bypass actually. All the ticks, if I get only, I'll normally take a trade. So if I get that, I'll just jump into the trade.
You are a real pro at that, Dinesh. But I'm just curious, what's your educational background, Dinesh?
That's what I did my MCA. And in fact, I have not worked in any of those software companies.
Did I hear MCA and not CA?
No, not CA, MCA.
and having MCA,
yeah,
you are into stocks and you're into stock market investing and trading.
Yes,
that is inspiring, I would say.
No, even I'll tell you, when I when I was doing my MCA during my final sem, I had to do a project. So I went into a stockbroking company to see how the live streaming of that VSAT-based trading happens. So I went and do a project actually. Then I got interested. Then I went into that career, and I got a lot of opposition from my own family, my mom, dad. Everyone told it's not the right place for you. You are done MCA. You should be a software engineer. And in fact, I was not interested at all. Somehow I got in, but I was not so keen to do the sitting programming and other thing. but somehow I got interested in that. Then that time we had to actually pass some exams conducted by NSC and CFM and all. So that all I could clear, and I got interested, started doing, and even the market also supported. Overall, the performance also worked well. So I worked in different companies, I mean, different stockbroking company at a senior level. Then I started my own. Then
So how long have you been into stock markets now?
Since 2002. Since 2002 December, I started my career in stockbroking.
That is interesting. Almost 2 decades now, right?
Yeah.
So now you need to give me a blueprint. Now
Okay.
give me a blueprint that I can just follow. Or maybe if you want to talk a little bit more about what happens before you give the blueprint. I mean, if somebody has to gain knowledge about stock market from tomorrow morning itself, what do you recommend the person should do? And then give us a blueprint so that somebody like me who has zero experience of stock market can follow and come back to Dinoj and say, thank you very much.
Okay, I'll just tell you one single sentence: surrender to a mentor. Surrender to a mentor. Yeah, surrender with a mentor. He will take care. If you have a right mentor, he will take care of you. Right? Because that is even in my own life, I had gone through a lot of difficulties. Maybe it can be in my personal life, my professional life, lot of difficulties I went through. But all everything I could sort out, and now I am able to live a happy and successful life because I have a habit of surrendering to a mentor.
True.
So I keep on invest on myself. You ask me right now I also enroll for some courses. So I am doing my own studies. So I surrender to some mentors, and whatever they tell me, I just close my eyes and follow. I don't try to use my brain. I use my heart and follow them, and I get result. Right. So that's how I want to tell all the people. So whoever want to make money, they first should pick up the right mentor and actually surrender to him, so that he will take care of you. Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And let's say side by side, if somebody's interested in learning about stock market, what would you recommend? Are there some YouTube channels, some news papers, some platforms?
The one main thing they can first, if somebody want to start, first thing I will recommend my book, The Mindful Matador, which is my last 20 years all experience with. I have come with. It's one of the very simple book anyone can read and learn, and I have given all the steps to become a successful trader. So they can actually follow that. And even I teach people how to become successful trader. I have a group of people, successful traders, professional traders. So I do that, and they can they can connect with a lot of mentors. So get into some right education. First, let them be very clear whether they want to become a trader or they want to become an investor. So if they want to become an investor, then let them pick the right books for the investment, or right mentors, or the right courses. Same way for trading also. That is so if somebody comes to me and say that I want to understand how to do a investment, okay, I know I have a basic knowledge. I don't say that I can be your mentor. I say that you look for someone else. But if you're someone who is looking to become a successful trader, you come to me. I may be the right person because I have been teaching people.
Great, super. Yeah. Right. So let's say, Dinoj, if somebody is looking for a mentor, or for somebody is looking for a coach, so that to get mentoring on stock market. Now, I would like to know how they can be confident about the mentor. What are the traits that they should look for in the mentor, so that they can decide, man, this is the right mentor for me?
Yeah, that's a good question. So most of the people, they comes to me because I normally conduct a lot of free classes. It can be free webinars, free lot of books I give, materials and all. So most of the people, they come to me is all through this media. Like they attend my webinars and see that, okay, something valuable which I am giving to them. And once they see that, okay, this guy is having some stuff where he is applying and he's getting result and he's teaching other people, then normally they get into enroll to my program, and they start learning that. Same way, they should first see the mentor, how the mentor is doing. Or see, nowadays, since it's online, they all can check either their YouTube channel or their they would have ordered some books or some webinars, or so those lot of things are available now. It's not like old age. Like old age, if you want to surrender to a mentor, it's very difficult. We don't know anything. Now it's everything open, and it's like a lot of people now, even they can see the reviews of the person, what other students are telling. So by seeing all these, we can actually judge a right mentor.
So how much time and investment is required if somebody has to take stock market seriously? And let's say if somebody has to work with you, how much time and how much money they should have in their hand before they come to you and say, hey, Dinoj, I'm looking to become a successful trader. How can you help?
Yeah, again, so it depends on different level of courses. Okay. So the basic one, I'll tell you, if somebody wants to become a successful trader, the basic course what normally I offer of a 7,500, which is basically like a 30 days course. Okay, which actually start from the first I make the foundation strong. If you don't have a right foundation, no, you cannot have a strong building. So the foundation should be strong. The foundation is nothing but your mindset and the belief system. So I make sure that first thing that is getting clear, all subconscious level programming, whatever they've done, that I remove it, and I make sure that they have done with the right program. The complete paradigm shift I do, and I make a strong foundation. Then I teach them the money management rules. What are the money management rules they should follow? Right? And I always believe, as a human being, we are a creature of habits. And what kind of habits we have? Do we have a successful trader's habit, or I have an unsuccessful or the losing trader's habit? If I have a losing trader's habits, I keep continue losing in the market. But if I have a successful trader's habits, then definitely I will become a successful trader. So what are those habits which they need to implement in their life, right? Then I teach them the analysis, how they can do the, basically, since I am concentrated more on that trading, I teach the technical analysis using different tools. So by all doing this, they will be, we have 10 steps actually, the detailed 10 steps, 10 level of this one. So once they complete entire 10 levels, they will become a successful trader. So that is the first level of course.
Okay.
Then it goes to the advanced derivative trading, advanced option trading, and different new level of technical analysis. All those things, it comes in the advanced level.
So Dinoj, are these live classes with you? Are these recorded lectures?
It's a recorded class, but once in a week we meet together, we clarify doubts. And normally what happened, I have a mobile app, and in the mobile app, anytime they can ask me questions. During their learning, if they feel any doubts, they ask any question, it directly comes to me.
Interesting.
All my students, whatever doubts, and whenever I have a mobile in my hand, I make sure that I reply to them on time.
Great. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of your students who have learned from you? Any success stories as such?
It's very, very simple. Like they can just go and Google it.
How do people?
I don't have to tell anything. Like
true.
It's all available online.
True. How can people get in touch with you, Dinoj?
Yeah, Yoda Institutions. If they type my name itself, my company will come. Yoda Institutions, yodha.net, yodha.net, or they can write to me at dinoj@yodha.net, so that directly they can get in touch.
So yodha.net is the website.
yodha.net.
yodha.net, yodha.com. So friends, in case some of you are interested to get in touch with Dinoj to learn more about stock market trading, in case this is something that I highly recommend that you should do in case you are from finance or accounting or taxation background, even if you're not, because this man is from, is an MCA, right? So software engineer making money from stock market. And if in case you too are interested, I think you should definitely look for a mentor like him, join and learn from stock market, because this is not something that you can learn in an hour or so.
No.
This is in an hour or so, you can get aware about the possibilities. But then if you think this is right, you should definitely jump on. Dinoj, anything you want to say to people who are watching this right now? Any last words that you want to tell them?
Yeah, that's what. See, everyone can become a successful trader. It's only thing you, as I told, you should get educated. And I request each and everyone, before jumping into the market, have the right education, then jump into the market, right? So that otherwise what happened is once you jump into the market without having the right studies, then your life will be slow, miserable. That when you start losing money, when you won't be able to control your emotions, when you are not able to control your emotions, your family life will be in problem, your social life will be in problem, everything will be in problem. So instead of that, first get the right education, then start the trading, so that even you can enjoy the market, you can make money from the market, and you can have a successful and happy life.
Absolutely. And definitely not just look for advices on YouTube or on Google or on text messages.
Never.
Right? So if just because somebody's recommending a stock, you take your savings and you put it into that stock, eventually you may burn your hands and somebody else may get benefit out of it. Yeah. So do not invest, do not try to spend money on stock unless and until you have the knowledge and your mind and heart tells you that what this person is recommending is right or wrong. So you should be able to filter it on the basis of your own knowledge before you take any decision. Am I right, Dinoj?
Yes, correct. Even I just want to quote what Warren Buffett said: the best investment ever you can do is investment on self. It's not on stock. He's one of the biggest stock market investors in the world. And he himself says that the best investment is not invest on stocks or bonds. It is all investment on ourselves. So invest on self first, then you start investing in other instruments.
Super, Dinoj. It is fabulous. It was very nice interacting and discussing all of this with you. A lot of people watched this live when you and me were together. And I'm sure a lot of people will watch the recording of the program as well. Dinoj, it was fantastic interacting with you. Thank you so much for sparing your time and joining us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a great
day. Bye for now.
Thank you.